Hello, I'm Sara Landon, and I am so happy to bring you this channeled message from the Council. I hope you find it uplifting and inspiring. More of the Council's wisdom, as well as my guidance for integrating these profound teachings in your life, is available online at saralandon.com. That's SARALANDON. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to join our global Masters Class community or participate in any of our current or upcoming courses and live events. You can learn more about these opportunities on our website. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy this very special message.
We are so pleased and delighted to have the opportunity to speak with you all on this fine day as you begin this month of June in the year 2020, which is proving to be one of the most incredible times to be living in the human experience right here, right now. We remind you, and we have said this before, truly, there is nothing else going on anywhere more exciting than what is happening on your earth plane at this time on your planet. And you have not only a front row seat to the most extraordinary transformation of human consciousness that has ever existed in any lifetime, the greatest opportunity for technological advancements, the greatest opportunity for awakening, the greatest opportunity for innovation and creation that has ever happened at a incredibly expedited rate of creativity, inspiration, excitement, enthusiasm, and love. We want to begin with one of the things we have been talking to you so very much about, and how many of you have made the correlation that the message we continually encourage you to focus on transcending is that of judgment. Transcending judgment. Your own judgment of yourself, of others, of circumstances and situations. And now you are seeing the opportunity for transcending judgment playing out on a global stage at this time. You are seeing that the entire human family is looking at the potential and the opportunity to transcend judgment. Now, again, this is an inside job. The world that exists around you is a reflection of what is going on within you. Those who judge the most are the ones who experience the most judgment and see the judgment and feel the judgment. We have been encouraging you strongly, we might say, to transcend judgment within you. Many of you have come to this place of fully having transcended the shame that we have talked about for years in your earth time. The opportunity to transcend shame, the opportunity to transcend guilt, to come to a place of knowing that all is forgiven, that you are forgiven, that all is forgiven, and that there is only love, and that that is the truth. And from there, we bring you into this knowing that the opportunity to transcend judgment is yet the next phase of your own realization and enlightenment and ascension into higher levels of consciousness. It is judgment that entangles you, and judgment is up very strongly in your consciousness, in your mass consciousness, in human consciousness at this time. What is playing out as an opportunity to transcend judgment, to transcend your own, and then in your own transcendence of judgment, making it possible for your human family to rise above judgment of each other, of yourselves, of circumstances and conditions. At this time, you have a very global event of exploring your beliefs, your programs, your triggers, your reactions and your resistance of race. You are one human family. You are one human family. And we invite you to remember that there is a much greater perspective, a much grander viewpoint of this that is available to each and every one of you. We have said you have all been all things. You have all been the slave, and you have all been one who has enslaved others. You have all been the victim, and you have all been the villain. You have all been the murdered, and you have all been the murderer. And all is forgiven. You are forgiven. All is forgiven. There is only love. And if you are one who resonates or believes that the experience of past lives or reincarnations is part of this human experience, it would be easy for you to understand from that perspective that you have lived thousands of lifetimes. And within those thousands of lifetimes, you have explored everything possible within the human experience, every single facet of every single corner of this incredible human experience. And you have played your parts beautifully, as if you were actors and actresses, Academy Award winning actors and actresses within the plays and the movies and the scripts that you have chosen for yourselves and chosen to participate in. Nothing is happening to you. On a grander perspective, it is the journey of the soul through the human experience, through human consciousness and all that exists here, that you have explored many different incarnations of being powerful and using it to harm others, of being powerful and using it only for good, of being powerless and blaming others, of being powerless and blaming yourself, of being powerless and blaming God, although it is you. So many of you who would say that you have a certain level of privilege in this life, also from a grander perspective, have chosen lives where you came in with very little privilege, that you chose lives where you were experiencing lack, limitation as part of your incoming experience, but that you were also part of prejudice on both sides, that you were part of separation on both sides, that you were part of fear and lack, and also part of wealth and great privilege. You have all been all things. And if you do not believe in past lives and you do not believe in reincarnation, then you can look within your own life experience here and now and see where you have been free and you have been in bondage, where you have loved and where you have hated, where you have been kind and where you have created harm. Even the most well-meaning in times of unconsciousness create harm for yourselves and others, have experienced hatred of yourself and others, have denied God in yourself and others, have cursed circumstances and conditions, have cursed yourself and have cursed others. You have all been all things in this life and in all lives. And you are forgiven. All is forgiven. There is only love. And a complete reversal of prejudice and segregation and separation does not right the wrong, because there is not one. Every single human being is a multidimensional, sovereign, infinite being of light. you will cause your own suffering and contribute to the suffering on your planet when you think you know what another soul's journey is or should be. That does not mean you do not speak your truth. That doesn't mean that you don't come into the place of the highest consciousness in this moment and let the highest words flow through you. Even more importantly than that, standing in the presence of all that you are in this moment, allowing your light to shine through you, allowing the vibration of all that you are to raise the vibration of the planet and the environment around you, allowing your consciousness to raise the consciousness of your human family in times where maybe no words are needed at all. The most powerful change is consciousness, presence, and love. Not right nor wrong, not good nor bad. And it is not even necessary to have masses when there is one of you in the moment, in your power, allowing all that you are. You are more powerful than millions that are not. But imagine that whatever you feel in this moment, whether it be love or hate, freedom or bondage, worry or lack or fulfillment and abundance, sadness or joy, sickness or well-being. Imagine that whatever you feel in this moment, that everyone for miles around you feels whatever you feel, amplified 10 times, 20 times, 100 times. Imagine that whatever you feel, a million people who are the closest in proximity to you on the planet will instantly feel whatever you feel. That is the responsibility you have. You are not responsible to change the world. You are not responsible to choose for others. You are not responsible to work and struggle to try to drag your beloved human family over the finish line to remember who they are or to come home to the truth within them. Your responsibility is of you and the force field of creation that is you, and what you are powerfully broadcasting in that force field of consciousness that is you, because that is what you are contributing to your human family in any moment. That is true karma. Imagine that the definition of karma is that whatever you feel in this moment, a million people will also feel exactly what you feel times 10. Times 10. That is your responsibility. So, in moments when you are triggered, in moments when you are in reaction, and especially in moments when you are in judgment of yourself or any other, stop. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Come home to the truth within you. Come back to your consciousness. Come back into your presence. Come back into this present moment, because all of infinity is here for you now. All of eternity is in this moment, and all of your power is here and now and available to you. So when you are triggered, when you are in reaction, when you are in judgment, stop. You instantly stop contributing to it. You instantly stop adding momentum to the fear and the chaos and the judgment and the reaction and the triggers that are taking place on a global stage on your planet right now. And then choose, as the conscious creator that you are, what you want more of within you and in the world around you. More peace, more love, more freedom, more joy, more beauty, more abundance, more well-being. Ask yourself right here, right now, what is the one thing that you most want to create more of in your life and in the world around you? One thing, right here, right now, what is it? Whatever the answer is perfect, but choose it. Choose it, and then align every cell in your body to the frequency of that which you most want in the world around you. And then powerfully focus it in the force field that is you, and expand it from you in every direction, as high as the stars, to the center of the earth, horizontally all across your planet. Let it travel through your light, through your consciousness, and reach the heart of all those who are open, who in this moment are allowing. And they might never know why. In this moment, they feel a bit more peaceful. They might never know why in this moment they feel more love. They might never know why all of a sudden, for just a moment, life appeared a little more beautiful to them. It's because of you. That is true karma. That is karma. That is possibility and potential. That is why you are here. That is how you raise the consciousness. That is how you raise the vibration. There is nothing more important that you will ever do than realize the master that you are of your own human experience, to come into full realization of all that you are, the power that you have, and the creator that you are within your own creation. We are going to take you deep into the heart of creation, to know yourself as the creator that you are, and the I am creator frequency that takes you beyond manifestation from lack, limitation, and separation, and fully into true creation. If we were to give you some things to remember in this time, number one, always is consciousness. Consciousness. Your consciousness is what will change your life. Your consciousness is what changes your world. Consciousness is everything. And if you want to see humanity live in a more beautiful, harmonious, loving, abundant world, it comes from consciousness. It is very important that you start expanding your perspectives of abundance to understand that the greatest currency on your planet is consciousness. That the wealth will reflect consciousness in times to come. Not hard work and effort, not growth and struggle and determination and achievement. Consciousness. Wealth will come from consciousness. Abundance, prosperity is your inherent divine birthright. And you are either allowing it or denying it based on the level of consciousness you are in, period. There is nothing holy about being in lack. There is nothing divine about being in lack and limitation and struggle. There's no more need, and there really never was, for you to believe that abundance was meant for others, but somehow not for you. It is who you are. An infinite abundance is always available to you unless you are denying it based on the level of consciousness you are holding yourself in, where lack and limitation and struggle are part of your experience. You may think the problems in your world are about racism and prejudice and separation and the haves and the have-nots and the privileged and the non-privileged. But the issue is allowing your innate, inherent abundance, because if all beings lived abundantly, you would not experience lack, separation, prejudice, struggle, and suffering. When you allow your own abundance, when you allow your own well-being, when you allow love in your experience, when you allow beauty in your experience, you begin to understand it was there for you all along, the entire time. As we've said, awareness, realization, consciousness is like a bird that has been flying over your head every moment of every day, your entire life. You just never looked up and noticed it. Abundance has been here for you all along if you allow it. It is not about fixing problems and issues. It is about elevating your consciousness and allowing all that is here for you. You're going to see great transformation on your planet. You do not have time, although time is not linear as you think of it. But truly, we say this with a sense of urgency. You do not have time to give your attention to lower agendas, to fears of control or technologies that are going to harm you, or others taking your freedom, or dark and evil beings, or people that have prosperity trying to keep you enslaved. You do not have time for these lower level agendas and conspiracies. You really do not. You have entire new paradigms to create here on this planet at this time, through consciousness, through awareness, through allowing, through inspiration. You do not have time for the conspiracies and the fear. And you are starting to realize that there is a whole world that is available to you. No matter what anyone is choosing for them, it is available to you. You have an entire soul family here. All the puzzle pieces are here. It's time to put them together and create the greatest masterpiece. Your job is to hold the vision, to create it within you, and then live it fully, and illuminate the potential for all of humankind to come into greater potentials and possibilities of what this new paradigm presents to you. You do not have time for lower agendas, but it requires your consciousness, conscious of your thinking, conscious of your feelings, conscious of your emotions, conscious of your choices, conscious of your vibration, conscious of whether you are allowing energy to support you in this time or whether you are denying not only your energy in this moment, but your abundance. Take any word that you want more of and interchange it with the word energy. Allow energy to serve you. Allow all of the energy because it's all here for you. Allow the energy, it's all yours. Let the energy guide the way. Change it with any word you wish. Abundance. Let all of the abundance that is here for you, let abundance serve you. Let abundance guide the way. Let abundance, all that is here for you, allow it, receive it. Beauty. Let beauty serve you. Allow the beauty. Let the beauty guide the way. Take any word you want, but allow it in, because that is what energy converts to. Beauty. Energy converts to abundance. Energy converts to love. Energy converts to well-being. Energy converts to harmony. Energy converts into the fulfillment of everything you could ever need and more, because you are infinite love. You are infinite intelligence. You are infinite well-being. You are. You are. Allow it. Don't deny it. Allow it. Allow it. Allow it. Are you allowing abundance? Are you allowing well-being? Are you allowing love? Are you allowing beauty? Are you allowing infinite intelligence in this moment, which you might call inspiration or knowing or intuition? Allow it. So consciousness is going to be very, very, very important. The greatest wealth on your planet is going to be consciousness, and those that experience the greatest wealth on your planet are those who are conscious. It's time to allow it in. You're going to see economic and financial systems that are based on consciousness. An abundant world is possible. When one chooses abundance, they transcend prejudice, suffering, limitation, lack, struggle. When you choose abundance, it's important that you all choose abundance. It's important that you all choose well-being. It's important that you all choose to align with infinite intelligence. And it is important that you all align with the love that you are. Consciousness is going to be so very important. And if you will equate your consciousness with your level of wealth and abundance and prosperity and riches, then you will understand a great important part of what is coming in times to come. All of the money you have invested, all of the energy you have put into your own consciousness, all of the money you had put into raising your own awareness, the time, the resources, the money, the passion, the energy you have put into your own realization and mastery and elevating your consciousness and awareness is going to prove to you to be the greatest investment you have ever made. The relationships you have left, the jobs you have left, the comforts, the securities that appeared to keep you safe, that you had the courage to go beyond for the elevation of your consciousness and awareness is going to prove to be some of the best choices you have made as consciousness becomes the greatest wealth on your planet. And that does not mean that your financial systems are going to go away tomorrow or the next day. It is not about lower level agendas or conspiracies or fear. It is about you transcending those things to realize the abundance that is available to you. it is also going to become very, very, very important that you focus on creative expression. Entering the heart of creation is mastering impeccable creative expression dedicated to the highest good of all, which means that you have no personal agenda. You are not coming from lack and limitation and struggle and not enoughness and trying to force something to happen that you think is right or fixes the problem or temporarily relieves you of some level of resistance or difficulty. No, creation, creative expression, creativity is to work with the existence of Source God, the divine, to play and create in new levels of consciousness and energy that are available to you. But creative expression is very important. However you choose to express yourself creatively as the creator that you are is more important now than ever. Focus on creative expression, expressing all that you are. Part of the very reason for you being on the planet, the expansion of your soul, to have experiences and to express all that you are. All that you are. So whether you are taking rocks and making a heart or a smiley face with rocks, or you are building a sand castle, or you are taking leaves and putting them in beautiful little shapes, or you are painting a picture or creating a beautiful piece of music or creating a moment of love with another, focus, focus, focus your attention on creating all day long, as often as possible. What am I creating? What am I creating? How do I want to express myself creatively? How do I want to express myself creatively? What would be fun? How do I want to play? What experience do I want to have? And then create it. True creation has no personal agenda, meaning you're not creating the sand castle to then sell it to someone because you need money. You're not creating from lack and neediness and wanting energy. You're creating from being the powerful source, energy, God that you are, knowing that you have everything you need and more, going beyond needing and wanting to enjoying all of the good that is here for you. Creating is to take all that is and to put some interesting, fun, fulfilling, purposeful use to all that is here for you. And doing so in a way that is innocent and impeccable, coming from pure joy, pure creation. Creative expression is going to be very, very, very important. And abundance is going to flow where creativity is being expressed. So focus on creating, creation. Now, are you going to exchange some of those creations for resources and money? Yes. That's beautiful. It's an energetic exchange. But if you're not feeling the inflow of abundance, it's often because you're not externally expressing your creativity from a place of abundance. You're waiting for the stars to tell you what you should do. You're waiting for something outside of you to tell you what your purpose is or why you're here. You're here to realize the master that you are of your human experience. There's no one outside of you that can tell you what you should do or what you should be. It comes from within you, and you express it through you. You are consciousness. You are a force field. And if you were to think about it this way, you are not this body. You are a force field of energy and light and vibration and consciousness. And your consciousness is what is moving energy into form within your force field. And as we've said to you, life will be really, really fun for you when you don't limit your creation simply to physical form, and you allow yourself to enjoy all of your creations, even the ones that in this moment appear to you as formless. That is to allow every part of you, every potential, every possibility, and you begin to play and create in timelines of potentials in the most impeccable and innocent way, without being attached to those moving into form. But in your allowing, they will move into form in the most easy, effortless, harmonious ways, because you're having fun with it all. There's nothing wrong with manifestation, but what has been traditionally meant, or how you have experienced it, was the lack of something, and in your needing and wanting, you decided what it is would make the needing and wanting feeling go away. And then you decided to go out there externally and figure out how to get that thing that would take the feeling of needing and wanting away, so then you could finally feel good and be happy. True creation is to go beyond needing and wanting to knowing that you are everything, and everything is you, and you stand in the knowing of all that you are, creator within your own creation, and the particles of infinite creation within the force field that is you begin to respond to you, and you get more of all that you are. And you draw things to you in the force field of creation that is you, by shining your light, by being the radiant, magnificent being that you are. You will have everything you need and more. It will come to you. And when you allow it with ease and grace in the most effortless way, each day is filled with magic and miracles and grand adventures. And you enter into the heart of creation. Oh, and then life presents to you the most beautiful expressions of true creation. Consciousness, creative expression, and choicelessness. We remind you, there's no need to be making big decisions when you allow it to be choiceless. Let it come to you. Let it come to you. Draw it to you. The particles of infinite creation are responding to you. Imagine that you are consciousness. You are this force field of infinite creation. And reality is moving through you. You're not moving through reality. Reality is moving through you. You are a force field of infinite creation, creator within your own creation. And imagine that there are timelines, there are potentials, there are all sorts of possibilities, and they are all attached to a string, or they're all attached to a rope. And what you are doing is pulling it to you. You are drawing reality to you and through you. You are pulling it to you. You're pulling on the string. You're pulling on the rope. It's coming to you. But you are sitting within your own creation, creator that you are, the very existence of the divine. And you're drawing those experiences, those timelines, those potentials, those strings, those ropes, and whatever is at the end of it. You're drawing it to you. If you noticed, at the end of one of those ropes was fear, you would stop pulling the rope because you don't want it to get any closer. You don't want to continually draw it into your experience. If at the end of this string was chaos and suffering and pain, you would stop pulling on that string. But if all of a sudden at the end of that rope was the most beautiful thing you'd ever seen, then you would pull, draw, open to it, and let it come to you. That is what your focus does. The thoughts you're thinking, the things you're focused on, your emotions, your feelings, that is what's drawing whatever is at the end of that rope to you. You are a field of infinite potential. Reality is moving through you. When you allow things to come to you, then you don't need to make any big decisions. You allow yourself to let the energy and the light guide the way, and there just comes a time when it's choiceless. Only you can set yourself free. Each individual human is also the only one that can set themselves free. But when you set yourself free, then you shine the light for others so that they too remember that they can choose to set themselves free, no matter who or what they appear to be. There is no person anywhere in the human experience that cannot choose to set themselves free. Governments do not free you. Religions do not free you. Nobody outside of you can set you free. Only you can set yourself free. It's so important that you remember this. In times that you want to judge another soul's journey, remember you have all been all things, and you will cause your own suffering when you think you know what another soul's journey should be. If you want to contribute, then set yourself free. If you want to make a difference, then set yourself free. If you want to create change, then set yourself free. From what? Judgment. Set yourself free from your own judgment of yourself and others and circumstances and conditions. Set yourself free from worry and anxiety. Set yourself free from chaos and struggle. Set yourself free from lack and limitation. Set yourself free from the prison you hold yourself in with the thoughts that you're thinking. Only you can set yourself free. The problems in the world, prejudice, suffering, lack, poverty, war, every single one of those things is about a lack of consciousness. Period. The level of consciousness you are in is determining the experiences and the realities that you are drawing to you. You might be living in the same world, but you do not have to live at the level of anyone else's consciousness. You can elevate your own in any moment, and that is the greatest thing you could ever do to positively contribute to change in your world. Are there actions? Yes, but they are choiceless. There's a knowing. There's no big decisions. There's no big plans. There's not a bunch of effort and figuring it out. It's just choiceless. There's a knowing. The action is inspired. The action comes with ease and grace. The action is source flowing and expressing through you. The action is you elevating your consciousness. The action is you elevating your vibration. The consciousness is you, the choice, the action is you elevating your consciousness, your vibration, your awareness, and your frequency. That's the action. That's the choice you make. That is how you will create change. Elevate yourself out of poverty. Elevate yourself out of lack and limitation. Elevate yourself out of separation. Elevate yourself out of fear. Elevate yourself out of struggle and sacrifice. Elevate yourself out of pain and bondage. Someone asked us the question, don't you have to really work on your beliefs and your programs? Don't we really need to address all of the beliefs that are out there? Don't we really need to see all the programs that we have? No, because those just exist in a level of consciousness. If you elevate your consciousness, you go beyond the belief and the programs to the truth. Beliefs, programs, they sit down here in lower levels of consciousness. You transcend them all when you raise your vibration and your consciousness. You come into alignment with infinite love and oneness and the truth. That is the way. That is the way. There might be others who spend lifetimes continuing to navigate and explore the different ends of the earth and all the things that are available in the human experience. That has nothing to do with you. The very person that feels the most enslaved may have chosen this lifetime to explore what that feels like, because in a past lifetime, they were the ones who enslaved entire generations. And yet, there is no judgment. They're not coming back enslaved because that's their terrible karma. We told you what karma is. Karma is whatever you're feeling in this moment is amplified and felt by 1,000,000 others in this moment, 10 times whatever you're feeling. That should be your definition of karma. Are you feeling peaceful, joyful, abundant, free? Are you feeling the beauty, the love, the abundance, the well-being, the joy? Because true karma is in your feeling into all of the beauty and the peace and the love right here, right now. You feeling so free, setting yourself free, feeling freedom, and aligning every single cell of your body to align with the freedom that is available to you. That a million in this moment not only feel that freedom, but they feel it amplified, even 10 times greater sense of freedom. That is how powerful you are. That is what is possible. That is how you contribute to change. That is how you navigate these times as the way shower and the leaders and the guides that you are. And that is why we say there's nothing better going on anywhere than being right here, right now. Consciousness, creative expression, allow things to be choiceless. You're entering into the heart of creation. Creation, beyond manifestation, transcending lack and limitation, to allow the fullness of all that you are, to allow particles of infinite creation to surprise you and delight you. Your consciousness matters. Your creative expression matters. You allowing things to be choiceless really matters. You being all that you are. You living your life to the fullest. You setting yourself free. It matters. It matters now more than ever. Set yourself free. Be all that you are. Live the life you choose for you and live it to the fullest. We're asking you. We are asking you to choose, to transcend judgment. Your perfection is not required, but it is a choice. It doesn't happen to you. It is a choice you make. It is a potential and a possibility that is available to you. And if you do not want to see judgment in the world around you, if you do not want to see people judged for the color of their skin or judged for the profession that they're in, then choose to transcend judgment within you. And you will contribute to the potential for your entire human family to transcend judgment, to transcend their own judgment, to transcend an experience of being judged. Do you understand that? When you transcend your own judgment, you transcend the experience of being judged. So what is the opposite of judgment? Because some of you have been spending so much time on judgment and creating such experiences of being judged that you don't know what lies beyond, what exists beyond judgment. What is the opposite of judgment? Acceptance, allowing, loving, understanding, uniting, celebrating, when you accept yourself, when you allow yourself, when you love yourself, when you unite and integrate all that you are, and you celebrate who you are, those are the experiences you will draw to you in the world around you. And what if each of you transcended judgment into fully accepting and allowing and understanding and loving and uniting and celebrating every part of you, such that that is the experiences you draw to you. And then you all create a new paradigm where each and every one of you experience that within you and all around you. That is the puzzle pieces coming together to create a new world, a new earth, a better way, new paradigms. You do not have time to be in conspiracies and lower level agendas and judgment and fear and chaos and resistance and struggle and suffering. You don't have time. This is the life that you chose to fully self-realize the master that you are. It is all here for you now. Every single one of you, whether you have been listening to us for years or you just heard us for the first time today, it is possible for every single one of you to come into full, absolute realization within the next 3 months' time. And most of you are so close. Just allow it. Just allow it. Just relax, breathe, and allow it. Just allow it. There's nothing left to do. The struggle is over. The fight is over. Just allow it. Stop fighting yourself. Stop fighting with others. Allow it. Stop warring with yourself. Allow it. Stop denying yourself. Allow it. Stop trying to hide from yourself. Allow it. Stop creating chaos within yourself. Allow it. Allow it. Allow it. Because on the other side of your realization is the most beautiful existence of reality and creation that you could ever imagine. All that's left to do is allow it. Allow it. Allow it. What are you doing this summer? Summer's not canceled. What are you doing this summer? Coming into realization, entering into the heart of creation. For you in the Southern Hemisphere, what are you doing this winter? Coming into realization, stepping into the heart of true creation, allowing all that you are. That's what you're doing. Just allow it. Allow it. Allow it. Because we are going to have so much fun with you all as the true realized masters that you are here on earth. You are the council on earth. You are the ascended masters here on earth. How does an ascended master live his or her realized life? What is a realized life? What is an enlightened life? What is an ascended life? You're going to know. You're going to experience it. And then you're going to seed the entire human consciousness with the potentials and the possibilities that you yourself have created. Creator within your own creation. a master of impeccable creative expression dedicated to the highest good of all. And so it is. Set yourself free. Set yourself free and allow it. Allow it, allow it, allow it. And so it is. Take a deep breath and let it go.